Happy Saturday. You're listening to News Talk 1590 KVTA with Mike and Heidi and our special guest, Caroline Hobbs and Rebel Realtors Radio.
Woo! That was all a mouthful.
It was.
Foo. And you did it very well by adding in that little extra piece there. That's really great. So, hey, you're listening to News Talk 1590 KVTA, and we are Rebel Realtors Radio, bringing you this show every Saturday at 11 o'clock.
Lucky you.
Lucky you. If you haven't, you should start taking medication now to make sure you're fully medicated so that you can listen to the duration of the show. And if not, just, tune us off, turn us off, walk away. It's your choice. Rebel Realtors Radio is created every week to give you new information on how to do real estate differently. We really believe and know that we are a vanguard, small group of realtors that is changing the way real estate is done, and we have some fun doing it. So we're going to talk about the fun of it, the benefit, and frankly, we're going to talk about the whys.
Yes.
Really not the whats, but the whys. So you really want to listen to this because if you're thinking about selling or if you're thinking about buying, but the program that we talk about, or the package, the process that we talk about, the Powerhouse process, really focuses on initially benefits to the seller, but really there are significant benefits to a buyer as well. So you're going to want to stay tuned for that. We have a great show coming up for you in this hour. And we are sponsored, powered by, brought to you by, and controlled by Meets and Bounds Realty. So Meets and Bounds Realty is a company. It is built on the vision of Orange. Get Orange Vision, which is our campaign that says, look, if you see things differently, you'll act upon them differently. And that's what we're all about, doing things very differently. GetOrangeVision.com.
Yes, we are. Yep.
That's right. So getorangevision.com, again, is that campaign that says do things differently through Meets and Bounds Realty. Heidi and I are both realtors there at Meets and Bounds Realty. I'm the CEO as well, and Heidi is the
COO.
What does that mean, actually?
Who?
But what does that mean?
Chief Operations Officer.
I want to trade off, though. I've told you this so many times. I don't want to be the CEO.
That is not true. You love the spotlight.
I don't want to actually be any of those things. I would kind of like to be
a rebel. You'd like to be a rebel realtor is really what you'd like to be.
Well, I would like to be that always and only, but I would like to be the janitor maybe. Just have a lowly position so that the buck doesn't stop with me. The pressure's not on me all the time because all right. That's why. That's what I want. I want to do it that way. So Meets and Bounds Realty, we are a company who has proven that there's a better way to sell real estate through the Powerhouse process. And it is bringing a turnkey home selling process to sellers that provides superior value by doing things very different. We change consumer behavior. We eliminate the dread and inconvenience. We're going to get into the whys and why would you want to use it? And why would you want to choose a real estate company that has the availability to do it? We're going to also talk about what that means throughout the state of California coming up in the next 3-4 months and what that'll mean to other agents as well. Yes. So we've got some cool things going on in that. Get Orange Vision. You can also call in anytime or actually go on to, I'm going to say don't call in. What you're going to do is you can go on to the Rebel Realtors Radio Facebook page and you can message us and say, I want Get Orange Vision glasses. We're happy to give you as many glasses as you'd like, up to 5 pair. We will do that. We'll get those to you, mail them to you. You don't have to spend any money getting those, but they're Wayfarer style bright orange glasses that are also UV protected. So they're great. And it's, again, symbolic of, hey, seeing things differently, being a rebel, doing things a little differently. And then Project Understanding, Heidi.
Yes, Project Understanding. They house the homeless, feed the hungry, and educate our youth.
They do. And they've been around for 40 years, in their 41st year now, and they do a great job. They're a local nonprofit in Ventura County, and we're happy to be affiliated with them, and we're happy to be able to give back. So on our closings, we donate a portion of our commissions to Project Understanding to do just what Heidi said. We house the homeless, we feed the hungry, and we educate our youth, or they do, and we're happy to support that effort with Project Understanding. You can find them at projectunderstanding.org. That's projectunderstanding.org. You can also, if you go, I think, where did I see this? Is it on our Facebook page where we're talking about you can, no, it's in our newsletter, but it is on, I think you can go to Amazon.com too. Don't they have a way in where you can pick items?
Yeah, they have a wish list.
They have a wish list on Amazon.com. So I guess if you went on Amazon.com and you do a search for Project Understanding, you'll probably get funneled into however that works and be able to simply donate to them for, things
that's needed, the items that they're short
the
on
items
or
that they
whatever,
need there. Yeah. So anyway, so that's what we do. So again, you're listening to News Talk 1590 KVTA with Mike and Heidi and our special guest, Caroline, with Caroline's Home Staging. Is that correct, Caroline?
That's
Welcome.
correct. Yes, thank you. Glad to be here.
Good morning.
Yeah, we're glad to have you here on this beautiful Saturday morning. So you're going to talk to us about staging and all that's right about staging, because Heidi and I are realtors, and when we talk to our clients about selling their home, one of the things that is important is making sure the home can be seen by the largest number of people in the way that would appeal to the largest number of people, so that people can actually envision the home as their own. And so those are some of the things you're going to be talking about for staging. So hold tight, Caroline. We're going to come back to you on some great questions, but I do want to get out our hellos.
Okay.
You have anybody you want to say hello to, Heidi?
No.
Carol? Aw, she has no friends.
Hi, Mom.
Your mom. And that's a whole sad story in itself. We're not going to go into that. But hi, Mom. Hi, Phyllis. We're thinking of you today, Phyllis, and everybody else there. And Mike, too, your husband, Mike.
Yes. I'm
Well,
going to see him in a few minutes. So
yeah, but you could have said hi to Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, my God.
I hope you're not listening.
Yeah, I hope so, too. Do you have anybody you can say hi to? No. What about your husband? How about you, Caroline? Anybody you want to say hi to today?
I'm going to say hi to Phyllis and Mike.
Excellent.
Thanks, Caroline. Thanks.
So nobody has any friends. Well, I got a bunch of friends. I'm going to say hi. Well, actually, I don't. Phyllis, Mike, hi. That's all I can say. I only have them two. No, I want to say hello. Hello to Dan out there. Dan, our good handyman. And
oh, wait. I do want to say hi to Peggy and
your
Ray.
time
We
has-
just saw them a couple
They're
days
so
ago, and it
cute.
was great to
Yep.
see them. Hi, Peggy and Ray. It was great to see you in our office.
yeah, they came into our office, and it was really fun. I like Peggy and Ray. Peggy is 85 years
Oh
old.
my gosh.
Did you know that? And Ray,
Yes.
guess how old Ray is?
Don't know.
Just guess. What do you think? You see
Well, it's
him.
got to be close to her age, I would
Yeah.
think.
Close to 90.
88 years
Wow.
old.
Wow.
And they are just
Don't
full
look
of
it.
life and energy and just going.
I
And
think she actually jumped out of a plane last year for her birthday.
Oh my
she
goodness.
did. She
Yeah.
jumped out of a plane. They tried to stop her, but she's losing it a little bit, and she just went, wah! Anyway,
She
somebody
had a
caught her.
Parachute.
Oh, yeah, she did have a parachute. That's right. She did have a parachute. I was happy about that. But to see them, they're full of life. They're a great couple. They've been married 63 years.
Wow.
And they're just a joy to be around. Love you guys and love the spirit and love your energy. And it's just a lot of fun seeing them. So they came into our office. So hi, Peggy and Ray. I want to say hi to Dan again, as I was saying. I want to say hi to Brian and Susan. Hi, Brian. Hi, Susan. We need to get together, and we need to go to dinner with them is what we need to do. So
Yes.
I want to take them up. They say, let's get together for dinner. We say, yeah, let's get together for dinner. And you know how life goes by, and
Never
we never
happens.
do. Does anybody out there listening right now have that situation where think of it right now? Imagine yourself. Who is it that you really would like to see and you just keep pushing off? And I think it's because we do that because we realize, okay, well, I'll get
You'll
to
have
it.
time some other time.
I'll have time some other
And then
time.
you never do. You have to make
Yeah.
it a priority.
Well, it's like Diane and
Yeah,
Greg
yeah.
Wilkins. We keep saying, let's get with them, or Joe and Mary Lepresti, or Mike and Phyllis.
yes.
We keep saying, let's get together and
Let's hang out and
go
have
to
dinner,
dinner and
guys.
hang out. And then want to say hi to Holly and Scott and say hi to them. And
By
they
the
have
way, thank you for the avocados.
Oh my
they
gosh.
were amazing.
they are.
They are.
are.
We're eating
We.
probably 4 a piece every day.
Oh my gosh, they were picked from his
They're
tree when we were
perfect.
out there at his home, 6438 West Green Tree, which we're selling, and he pruned some trees, and so we had these buckets of avocados, and I brought home 2 buckets full, gave you one.
Yes.
We took one home. We have more avocados coming out our ears, but those avocados in our local homegrown Somas Gentleman's Farm, which is for sale, by the way, they're amazing.
My family loves avocados, and we have 2 left. I mean, they
Oh,
were
out of that whole
perfect.
bucket?
Yes. they're
What do we have
perfect.
left? We have probably, I don't know.
We still have quite a bit because we're the only 2 in our family who like them. So
Oh, that's
more
weird.
for us.
Yeah, more for us. I love them.
But just a testimony
What's-
to their trees that they're perfect.
They're
Oh, they're wonderful.
amazing.
God, they're so good.
What's your earliest memory of avocados for you?
I've been eating avocados since I was
Yeah, what's your
small
earliest
child.
memory?
I've always eaten avocados. I don't have one.
Do you have a
It's
special
always
memory
been-
with them or anything like that? Like you went to prom with one or anything like that?
No.
No?
I eat avocado toast.
Avocado what?
Toast.
What is that?
You instead of butter, you put avocado and salt and pepper
And spread it
on
on there.
Amazing.
Oh, salt and pepper. You know, I have to admit, Heidi and I work together, folks, and every day, and we're in the office every day. And Heidi loves food.
I love food. I do.
No, you do. She loves
Probably
food.
should have been a chef. I love food. that
On
much.
your epitaph is going to say, "Here lies Heidi Tillman."
I'm hungry.
I'm hungry and I love food, and that's what it'll be. So they're not going to be able to keep up with you in heaven. But you know, I see you bring in these things you make up during the day. Yes,
I pack my lunches for work.
Was
because
it
I have to eat.
yesterday? I think you had in the office. You had what was it? You had these little crackers.
Brie and crackers.
Okay, she brought in these crackers. We're in a meeting. We're having a meeting at my desk, and so
I had to eat.
I know she always has to eat. She loves food, so she brings in these crackers, and then the really cool looking ones, the really tasty ones, those thin ones, right? The thin white ones.
Yeah.
And she brings those in, and
Also gluten free.
And then she has this looks like white
It's brie cheese.
brie cheese on top that she's spreading on top, and then she's topping it off. Get this, what were you topping it off with?
With honey.
With a little honey, a couple of dabs of honey on it, man.
Oh, it's amazing.
And those were going down. And here's the thing I've learned working with you. As amazing as that sounds right now to our listening audience, and as amazing as it is, and by the way, I'm feeling very hungry right now talking about it, I never ask you for your food.
Oh, don't. Yes.
I've learned a long time
My
ago.
husband learned the hard way, I have to say. He'd reach over, we'd start dating, he'd reach over, I'm like, what are you, don't touch my plate. Don't touch my plate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why you go through guys so fast, because they touch your food.
You've shared with me.
Nothing else. Not any.
She has shared with me, but I can see the little bit of resentment as she's handing it
Oh,
over.
no, I feel totally guilty.
Here, do you want this?
So this stuff looks really great yesterday in the office, and I was hungry. I just kept, you know what I ate? I ate some Cheetos.
Yes, you did.
Stupid little bag of Cheetos. She's eating this gourmet brie and crackers and honey. Little squirts of honey coming out of the.
I don't share my food.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
well.
doesn't. Yeah, and I feel bad because anytime I really get like I'm over the limit, there is no food, nothing to do, no way, and I got to keep going. I will walk in sometimes, go,
Hey,
excuse me?
Hey,
Hey.
do you have some nuts or something? I'm like,
I always ask for
Yes.
nuts because I bring it down to the lowest form of desire. Like, who's going to get upset about sharing some nuts?
fine.
But she gets upset about even sharing a few nuts. It's like they're just nuts in a jar. I mean, come on, man.
He's going hypo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going
I'm
hypo.
like, okay.
Okay, fine,
No,
whatever. And
okay.
she'll
Get some
hold the
work
jar,
done.
and she makes me hold out my hand,
I do.
and she shakes it out.
That's true.
And the jar can't touch my hand. It's like this
It's
weird.
not that extreme, but yes,
Oh,
I
no,
do
it
shake
is.
him out into his hand.
Yeah, and then she counts them.
I know. That's
10,
not true.
11, 12. I've gotten up to 12.
I remember to the day that you used to eat 16 almonds and you would count them out because you were watching your
Oh,
calories.
yeah. I was watching my calories because I didn't want to go over. Spence, you've done that before. You've counted your almonds, right?
Pretty sure nobody has.
Yeah,
Sounds like disorder
Right?
behavior.
I always count my almonds.
Yeah, you should.
Yes.
It's like counting sheep or something for this dieters, our weightlifting stuff.
So back
Okay,
to
back
real
to
estate.
Hi. Say
Real
hi to
estate.
Brian and Susan. Hi to Holly and Scott. We got off track on the avocados, I think. And then Dave S. and Dave D. Hi, Darla. Want to say hi to you. Todd T. We love Todd T. Hi, Todd T. Want to say hi to Todd T. And Diane. Want to say hello to Diane.
Hi, Diane. It's been a while.
And I also want to say, if we can, with the song here, that I used to cover that, didn't we? We used to cover that, Caroline, didn't we? A long time ago in our band, our cover band, Beatles cover band. No, it's just a band, but we like playing it. And happy birthday. It's happy birthday. And you know what? It's just happy birthday generally because I don't have anybody picked out because I was running late this morning, so I didn't look up the birthdays.
Happy birthday to everyone.
So if it is your birthday today, honk your horn on the freeway, honk your
It's
horn.
your special day.
Honk your nose, whatever you want to do. It's your special day today. We want to say happy birthday to you from News Talk 1590 KVTA and Rebel Realtors Radio from Mike, Heidi, and
Caroline.
Caroline. Hi, we're so glad to have you here. Okay, let's talk about staging. We're going to get into staging and why
Yes.
it's a critical component of selling a home. Before you go into it, and I know you've got a question for her you want to ask, Heidi, so I'm going to go to you in just a second. But we see so many homes listed where sellers or agents or both, maybe, I don't know why, haven't invested in, and I say invested in, staging. They haven't either rearranged the home.
I have a question. Why would you hire a real estate expert to sell your home and not invest in an expert to make it shine?
Don't know, but people do it all the time. And Caroline's going to bring with us, I think, some facts and fun facts about why that's important. But we are amazed at how that happens. And conversely, to prove the point, self-serving as it may be, we are amazed at how many agents and consumers come into our homes that are our homes that are for sale by our clients, that are professionally staged by Caroline's Home Staging, that continually were complimented on.
Oh, constantly.
Complimented. I mean, people who is this staged? Even homes. Here's the interesting one. Okay, even homes that are lived in.
Yep.
That you have actually worked on.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We have people come in and go, are people living here?
Do people live here?
Do they live
because
here?
It looks staged.
Because it looks
I
staged.
get that all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
So it's a critical component of a marketing plan. And we're going to talk about that a little bit later in the show, about how that coincides with the powerhouse process, meaning a better way to sell real estate that benefits both buyers and sellers. And it's just amazing. Part of that plan has got to be staging. So start it off, Heidi. Let's ask Caroline some questions and see what she has to say.
The first thing I guess we could start off with is, how long have you been staging?
Well, I've been staging for Meets and Bounds Realty as you guys' in-house stager for over 3 years now. And I do have my staging certification. I got that in 2015. And what that is specific training in the field of staging.
What's your background? How'd you get there?
I just have a background in home remodel and redesign. I've worked on a number of home remodels over the years, and I've just always loved homes and gardening and that sort of thing. I just kind of always had a knack for it, I guess.
For anybody that didn't pick up on it, her last name's Hobbs. Just for our listening audience, if you didn't know, her last name's Hobbs.
And we've been involved in real estate for, I don't know, since 1981. So, long time.
Yeah.
For me, 1984.
Yeah.
But, we've been married for, how many years have we been married now? 32 years? It's been a long time.
I'm losing track.
You want to lose track. You want to. But we've been married a long time and in real estate all of our married life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we have. And so we've had the privilege of owning some homes and buying homes that needed remodeling. And Caroline's just, I think you got your feet wet in our personal homes,
definitely.
where you just turn these things into amazing, amazing places to live. So you've had a natural talent.
Definitely have a natural
Thanks,
talent.
Ted. Yeah, I enjoy it, definitely.
Can you share with our listeners why it's so important to stage your home?
Well, according to few things, according to the National Association of Realtors, NAR, every $100 that a seller invests in staging, it has the potential of a $400 return. So it's not, you're not throwing money away if you stage. And
meaning they get a return when their home is going to sell for more.
Yeah, exactly.
More money in their pocket.
Exactly, yeah. A professionally staged listing stands out in a buyer's mind because a staged home looks better in photos and looks better than the competition.
Definitely.
That's
absolutely true.
Photographs better.
They do. We see.
Oh my goodness.
We got to talk about that though, real quick.
We have fun looking at
we were
listings.
We got to tell the story. Carol and I, you got the flu or this virus.
We both had the flu.
Well, we both had it.
And we're laying in bed looking at listings.
Yeah, like 3-4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, whatever it was.
In northern Idaho.
Yeah, so we pull up northern Idaho where your family lives, Coeur d'Alene, Post Falls, Hayden Lake. And very nice areas, Coeur d'Alene, beautiful place. And so we said, what the heck of it? So we got our iPad out, and we're laying there in bed just dying, and bored out of our minds, Julie. And so we started thumbing through these things. You're clicking on them, they pull up these listings.
Going through the photos.
Oh, my gosh.
Hilarious.
One agent actually took photos of the appraisal. They'd gotten an appraisal somehow. And, the appraisals come in these, they're bordered, almost like a picture frame.
Picture grid. So there's
picture grid. They're bordered.
A picture of a picture. Yeah.
It's like they took a picture of the picture that's on an appraisal. And so it's all cattywampus and black and white and cornered. And then other people were taking pictures of their dog underneath the table.
I see animals in pictures all the
Like,
time.
who
I'm like,
Yeah,
cares?
you definitely want to remove evidence that an animal lives there, because the first thing someone's going to think is, oh, the floors are scratched, or
It
there's
smells
pet
like
damage.
a dog.
Yeah,
And even
exactly.
though we're all animal lovers, or a lot of us are, I mean, we don't want to know that your dog is curling up right there on the rug in the living room underneath that table. What possibility does it have to enhance or make, as I said earlier, why you do staging, make the largest number of people, the widest segmentation of people feel like they can live in your home and see your home as theirs? What would that ever do? Or the bears on the walls.
True. In Idaho, they're crazy about antlers and animal pelts.
Dead animals.
We saw one
Dead.
with a giant pelt of some sort hanging on the wall. And Mike was like, "That looks like Nick's Halloween costume." It was hilarious.
It was
We
pinned
were sick, but
all
rolling.
spread out, like all
It was
four limbs
hilarious.
going in a different direction. It was a bear or something.
Yeah.
And it's on the wall at a 45-degree angle above the sofa that you've taken a picture of. It's like, why do people care? So pictures and staging and making sure you do that right.
Yeah,
are very
staging is so
important.
important to make your pictures look great. Staging also allows a buyer to visualize the home as their own. We depersonalize the house when we go through and stage it.
And that can be done through reorganization. It doesn't have to be like when people think of staging, I think they think of primarily just bringing furniture in.
and they yeah.
Right, exactly. A lot of what I do is redesigning what stuff that our
They already
sellers already have, yeah. And then I'll bring in things to like add to it.
Just small accents.
Accent.
So if
florals and such.
your agent doesn't have a stager, they should, and moreover, a stager can come in and do some of the heavy lifting, or what you perceive as heavy lifting, in making your home show for the largest and greatest number of people that would be interested in your house. So you're an asset.
And back to why it's so important. A staged home also spends less time on the market. It sells for more money, and
those are stats. That's not just you saying so.
no,
those are national
definitely,
stats.
Yeah. I have
From NAR,
from NAR, and from
National Association of Realtors.
exactly, and from the Real Estate Staging Association, who's keeping very close tabs on that because, well,
They need to show the benefits.
exactly, yes. So, yeah.
So what would be the first thing that you would recommend to someone who's thinking of selling in the near future as it relates to staging?
The first thing I would say is for them to start decluttering, start getting rid of the stuff that they no longer use, stuff that's dated, broken. I would also have them contact a stager now so that the stager could start making recommendations about the things that need to be done. That's the kind of thing that can't happen too early. You definitely want to know what you need to be working on, because some people think that, oh, it's so important, we've got to paint that front door, we've got to,
Right.
and it's like, no, you need to, there's so many other things that are more important and maybe not as costly as they think, or they think, oh, I've got to change the appliances. And it's like, no, don't worry about the appliances. Let's focus on this. So I help them, a stager.
So, for example, you've got 3 bookcases that are full to the brim with DVDs and whatnot.
Right.
I mean, that would be something.
VHS tapes. Do the VHS tapes stay?
Right,
The
exactly.
DVDs don't either.
Right,
No.
right. We're working with a seller now who isn't listing until probably about May, and she's been working on her house for the past couple months. getting
February.
Things, she's getting things ready, and
Prepared.
we went in.
Based on your recommendations.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Because you put together a very comprehensive list of the things you can do in an order in which are the most important to the least important. So you give our clients an opportunity to decide what they're willing to do and what they
Right.
can do.
Or
And then
fits in
also
their budget as
we
well.
budget around
Exactly.
that.
Yeah.
But it also, staging starts from the street up. I mean, you
Absolutely,
talk about the whole enchilada. It's not just furniture, which I think a lot of people associate staging with furniture.
Exactly.
They
yeah,
do.
they think that staging is just coming in and moving furniture around and bringing in a plant or two, and it's way more than that.
Way more.
That's the little stuff.
Yeah. And I've learned that working with you and seeing how you approach these, because you go with us on every one of our listing appointments initially, and we do that. It's a benefit that comes from our powerhouse process, the structured home selling process. Part of that in that marketing plan is having a stager come in to do it, and you're that person. And I've seen what you do. You take pictures from the street scenes to the front of the house to the back outside of the house, every detail, every nook and cranny of that home. and then you put together a comprehensive report on what needs to be done to take it to the very tippy top of what could happen, from decluttering to painting to whatever it is.
And it also fits within that particular client's needs and wants. And then one of the things that I also would think before we started making sure we had a stager with us and working with you so closely was that it was just furniture, but watching how you break apart the house to what a buyer is going to see and what will make them think. For example, the front yard or the curb appeal or whatever, how all that affects a buyer and their relationship with the house is really kind of an amazing process.
Right. Yes, it is. Yeah. Back to the decluttering real quick. If you start early, it's less overwhelming. You get it done little by little. It's less overwhelming. And you can also save money because there's things that you have time to do yourself.
Well, and you can probably shop too and get better pricing
Exactly.
on like somebody to move things out, or a dumpster, or getting the heavy lifting done by somebody you may have to hire. So the planning process is important, and part of that planning process and where you come in is also incorporated in an accurate marketing plan. Now, we've talked about it on the show before, there's so many people I've made fun of it, from the MBAs to all the big companies, from Keller Williams, you name it, any of them, and Remax and what have you, all great companies. There's a lot of great agents out there, and we love all our fellow agents and all our fellow companies. But the problem is real estate has left out the process of really using the term marketing properly, and they've left out the term or the structure of a marketing plan. And within a marketing plan is that budget, which incorporates in the 1 for 4 that you talk about.
Right.
You spend $1, you make $4. But that's in our budget, and we make sure we discuss those things.
And before a seller goes in and starts taking apart their house or painting or whatever, they need to understand what their return of investment is, which
Exactly.
is what we're talking about.
Don't start doing anything until you meet with Caroline and you get an opportunity to do that with a stager. It's an asset. It's beneficial, and it's a requirement, really, if you're going to know how much you're going to spend and how you're going to get the most money out of your home through that process. Hey, listen, you're listening to News Talk 1590 KVTA today, every Saturday at 11 o'clock here, Rebel Realtors Radio with Mike, Heidi, and our special guest, Caroline Hobbs with Caroline's Home Staging. And we're going to come back in just a minute. And when we do, we're going to talk a lot more about staging and the benefits. We're going to talk about how people might be able to email you or get a hold of you in some way if they had any questions, something like that, because I think that would be good to give our listening audience, if they want to reach back out, they heard something or it wasn't quite clear.
Sure.
Let's give them an opportunity to be able to reach out to you. So we're going to talk about that when we come back in just a couple minutes.
We get it. When you're selling your home, it's understandable to feel more than a little stressed. After all, this is a big decision, one that can completely change your life. Naturally, you want to work with the best. A lot of realtors out there are making big promises, but will they really get the results you're looking for? What you need is a proven approach, one that eliminates all the dread and inconvenience of selling your home while obtaining the highest price in the shortest amount of time, and gets the best possible results. That's why the Agents of Change at Meets and Bounds Realty created the Powerhouse Package, a one-of-a-kind, purpose-designed product that's transforming the way people buy and sell real estate across Southern California. It makes selling your home more profitable and buying it less terrifying. And we have the performance metrics and client testimonials to prove it. It starts with our strategic approach to a marketing plan built with specificity, one that employs all elements of the marketing mix to attract the greatest number of buyers. In fact, from our free professional home staging to detailed marketing, right through to our carefully orchestrated single open house event, our entire process provides buyers with meaningful and tangible value, resulting in multiple offers, selling your home quickly and above list price time and time again. And while other realtors run you out of your own home with multiple untimely showings and stressful open houses, we've designed a process that will get you real results with only one open house event and no untimely showings. Expertly managed by a team of 3 to 5 realtors, our open house event will average 150 attendees, so you receive multiple offers in just one day. Meets and Bounds Realty is the first and only real estate agency in the country to provide a purpose-designed product to make selling your home more profitable and buying it less terrifying. To learn more about how the Meets and Bounds Realty Powerhouse Package can transform the way you sell your home, visit them at getorangevision.com today.
Welcome back. You're listening to News Talk 1590 KVTA with Rebel Realtors Radio with Mike, Heidi, and our special guest, Caroline Hobbs from Caroline's Home Staging.
We are so happy to have you here.
Thank you.
Yes.
I don't see you very often, and it's so nice
I know,
to have
this
you
is a treat.
in the
A
studio.
real treat.
It is. You said that a little.
Did anybody detect any kind of sarcasm in that?
There was something there.
On both sides.
Not
We're
on me.
roommates at the office. We're roommates at home. We don't see enough of each other.
We don't see
folks.
enough of each other, right? We're always around. Anyway, thank you for coming in today, Caroline, and
You're
talking
welcome.
about staging,
You bet.
because I think it's important, and we haven't really talked about it on Rebel Realtors Radio, because we're talking more about the modality and the function of selling your home and the powerhouse process. But within that powerhouse process, we haven't really mentioned it, is a huge component, which is that of staging.
And this is part of your why. Why
Right.
do you need it?
Why do you need it?
Yes.
So yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
anyway, thank you. Let's keep going with staging. I'm excited about it. What else?
Okay.
What else do we want to talk about on staging? What do you got?
It's springtime and
Yeah.
it's spring cleaning. So do you have some tips for listeners in terms of maybe preparing their market down the line? I mean,
Sure.
everybody is, spring cleaning.
Yeah, sure. We talked about decluttering already. I think the first thing to start with, if you're thinking about selling your home or you're getting ready to sell, the first thing you need to do is to pre-pack, and it's a critical step when you're planning to sell, because most people have so much stuff. Here in America, we have just so much
All
stuff.
In America.
In America. That's a fact,
How about
folks.
in America? This show broadcasts to America
I love that.
in the northern hemisphere.
So yes,
but you're
so much
right.
stuff.
I mean, every closet I have is
It's
full.
packed. I know,
Yes.
and it's full of stuff. It's like, what is? Oh yeah, I have this shirt.
Why?
So
Yeah.
there you go. So as a rule of thumb, you want to plan on pre-packing at least 50% of the items in your home, including your attic and garage.
And that would also be donating as well.
Yeah,
I mean, that's-
yeah. And as a matter of fact, we're going to talk about that. You want to the way to do this, because it can seem a little bit overwhelming if you're like, okay, I don't even know where to start. What you want to do is you want to prepare an area of the home, maybe a room that you're not using, or the garage if it's not too full of stuff already. And you want to identify 3 different categories. You want a category for donate, trash, and pack.
Smart.
What is it again?
Donate, things you're going to donate,
Yeah.
things that go to trash, and things that you need to pack.
Got it.
Yeah. And so you want to go room by room and remove anything that's cutesy, political, religious,
Or personal.
or personal. And you want to get those packed up and donate. And personal being like personal,
Like kids pictures. Stuff?
kids pictures, grandparent, any personal photographs. You want to get those out of there, because buyers don't want to come in and see your family.
Goofy families.
Right.
Mugs on the wall.
Right. And so you want to, again, go room by room. Next, you want to get to work on your closets, your cabinets, your drawers, and you want to remove at least 50% of the stuff in there. Potential buyers are going to look in your closets. And
So the reason for that is so that they can actually see the space and not your stuff.
correct.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want them to be able to open a closet and go, oh, this is a nicely laid out closet,
Right.
or oh, they've got built-ins, and it not be just crammed full of
And,
stuff.
and my stuff will fit in there. You want them to think about
Yeah.
Exactly.
Look bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to make sure that the buyer understands that there is enough storage space. And like we talked about, pack up and start personal stuff, family photos, sports memorabilia, kids' toys, doll collections, any specific collections that you have. You love them, but
Not everybody else is
no.
going to love them.
Yeah, most, yeah,
Oh,
exactly.
remember that one house we had?
Oh, boy.
Do you remember what I'm talking
The
about?
cars.
Yeah.
The cars.
They were, what do you call those, dioramas?
Yes.
Are they
I don't-
dioramas?
No, just
It's
the
a model. It was like a
No,
model.
no.
The plastic cases.
No,
No.
he had like
dioramas. You know where you have the little the scenes inside the boxes.
He had to have a piece of plywood, and there would be a road with grass and trees and cars and people.
That's called a diorama, right? You do those in school.
I don't know.
A small scale. I don't know.
It's like a little. It's a little street scene or a setting.
He had them everywhere.
He had them
everywhere. Were everywhere.
We had one client who had tons of cars, model cars. Another who had tons of armor, like medieval knights armor.
Oh no! How about the one with the gun safes?
Yes.
Gun safes, so, like in the living room.
Yeah.
Like okay, maybe that's cool for you, but that's not going to appeal.
Yeah, those are the kinds of things that need to get packed away.
I just want to ground this back to the fact that if you're thinking about selling, and even though this is your lifestyle and this is how you live, a buyer is going to walk in and want to know that they can visualize their own stuff there.
Exactly.
And with a gun safe, a lot of people have different thoughts about that. You don't want to see that in a house.
Or model cars or doll sets.
Right,
like
or political stuff,
it sets a tone, and so you want to.
Exactly.
Again, you're trying to create a visual that is appealing to the widest and broadest group of people.
Mm-hmm, exactly. And so this is the time for you to donate stuff, do a garage sale. You want to get rid of your clutter before you start fixing things up, painting, that sort of a thing. You don't want to store stuff that you don't plan on keeping too. So this is a smart way to go.
Downsize
I'm not going to use
on your
exactly
stuff, right?
downsize.
Well, and also you don't want to move stuff to paint and then move it all back to move it again. You wouldn't. I mean, it's kind of definitely a smart way to go.
We had one client who planned ahead, and every week she'd have ARC or Rescue Mission or come by and pick up her from her porch, and she just had it out. Right. Or she would put stuff out on the street, and people would, gardeners or neighbors would come by and just take it for free.
Right,
so.
Art pieces of furniture, small pieces of furniture,
exactly,
and gardening stuff,
exactly, So that's.
What did you ask me a couple weeks ago to go out and spend the night out by the street there?
What?
You had me stand out there for like 24 hours or something, sleep part of the time out there. What was that all about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Like you had a free sign on me. I did. What was that?
I was gonna say, "Ooh, can I guess?"
There's an idea.
I didn't understand it.
And I do have a tip here with regards to packing. Home Depot, they have really good price. I go to Home Depot or Lowe's for boxes, bubble wrap, packing tape, that kind of stuff. They have big supply. They're inexpensive, and I really like Home Depot has these clear plastic 50-gallon trash bags. They're really thick, and you can see what's in them, so you're not going through them. And
that's smart.
And they come in the big rolls.
So for packing, use those. For like blankets and things like that, so you know what's in them. Your sweaters.
Yeah, I store my staging pillows and all my linens and stuff in the clear plastic boxes that I can see, and they're really thick and heavy, and they do the same job as the heavy gardening lawn and garden. Well, they're lawn and garden.
Like the black ones, but
they're clear.
But you can see through them.
Yeah, so those are great.
That's a great tip.
Yeah.
And also a great tip I want to go back to, you can call places like ARC or Rescue Mission, and they will come by and pick up donations from
Correct.
you.
Yeah. Some of them have restrictions on whether they'll take furniture or not. I know for sure Salvation Army does larger items, appliances, and furniture. So you want to check with whoever you're planning to donate to. And then there's, you could do like sell stuff on Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace is great. It's so easy.
Let go.
Yeah, let go. I've been selling a few things on Facebook Marketplace recently, and they're super easy. It's super easy to just.
I feel like my house is already decluttering now that we're just talking about it.
Well, bringing that up though, back to a point is that when people think about selling their home, these things go through their mind,
Where
and
do we
they
start?
create.
They
create this dread and this
sense
assumption
of
of hassle.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
They're overwhelmed.
And it can be overwhelming, definitely.
Yeah, it's a hassle and overwhelming. And what do I do? And how do I even start? And we talked about this before. Like anything worthwhile, the hardest part of accomplishing that task is starting.
Yeah.
But here's the thing that makes
but you can get that
more digestible is there's a plan. And when you hire a stager like Caroline, there's a plan. And now you have a plan and a roadmap to start and follow. Mm-hmm. And then you start checking those boxes off, and before you know it,
what
it's
our
not a
clients constantly say, we're so happy that with listing with you comes this opportunity to have Caroline and work with Caroline. So our modality, again, our process in this powerhouse process and working with our sellers is Caroline comes to these meetings initially, Heidi, with us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And
we don't leave home without her, folks.
We don't. And she provides peace of mind. She also creates more authority for us because we know what we're talking about. We're delegating the things we don't do well to somebody who is a professional at it, and that shows well for us in terms of taking care of the needs of our sellers, reducing the stress levels, knowing that they have somebody that's going to work with them that can do a lot of this work, help them out, make sense of it, and get them down the road.
Well, it is one of the top 4 things that sellers need. They want guidance, and who better to provide guidance to them but a professional stager like yourself.
Right.
So again, I go back to it. It's important that people listening, if you're thinking about selling your home, make sure that your agent has a stager, that they can come in and do a full analysis of what needs to be done and break it down from highest to lowest things that would be done and recommended to be done to get the greatest amount of money for your home. It absolutely translates to dollars.
Yeah, most stagers do consultations. They'll just come out and see what needs to be done and then prepare a comprehensive list of what needs to be done and in the order in which it needs to be done, that sort of thing. So
but we do something that's pretty cool with our company. What is that?
We do. We bring Caroline along with us, and that's all provided for free.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we bring you along, and the benefit of even hiring us is that they get you along with the package.
Right.
They get you
right.
with the package of listings, so you get a free stager and all that implies
Yeah.
with Meets and Bounds Realty. Hey, listening to News Talk 1590 KVTA every Saturday at 11 o'clock, Rebel Realtors Radio, and we are so happy to be here because we are, frankly, a vanguard that's crashing through old traditional barriers of how real estate's been done, and that's how it's always going to be. Well, not anymore, folks. Not on our watch, because you're listening to Rebel Realtors Radio, and that's what it's all about with Mike. I'm Mike. And
Heidi, I'm Heidi.
And
I'm Caroline.
And Caroline's here today, our special guest and stager. So, okay, go ahead. What else do we have?
So after we declutter, and then what's the next thing that we would be looking for in terms of planning?
I'm going to interrupt.
Yeah.
Hold that thought. We need to tell people how to find out about her. If you take a look, we're going to post on the Rebel Realtors Radio Facebook page. We're going to post a secret way, a special way of reaching out and getting a hold of Caroline.
That sounds
and you'll be able to see that here about another hour. So after the show ends here in a little bit, it'll be about an hour before we have it up. So you'll be able to do it. So if you have any questions for her, you can reach out to her through this special secret portal that will take you there, and you can ask any questions that you want about staging. Okay. And you can also, I think we'll probably post that on the Meets and Bounds Realty page as well. We'll post that secret portal for staging information, and you can talk to her. We'll do that on the Meets and Bounds Realty Facebook page. So that's how you can get more information, because again, Caroline is here with Caroline's Home Staging, and she is a professional stager, and it's a key component in selling your home. We want to make sure any of those that are just tuning in, or those that had to tune out but want to, well, then if you tuned out, you wouldn't know this, would you? Anyway, for those that are still listening, if you want to be able to ask Caroline some questions, go to the Facebook pages for Rebel Realtors Radio and the Facebook page for Meets and Bounds Realty, and we'll have some contact information there for you later. So go ahead.
So back to once decluttering is done, what are some things that a seller would do now that their house is all clean and clear of all their stuff?
Right. So the next step would be the fixing up and painting step. So pertaining to the fixing, the seller is going to want to check the condition of all their appliances, their lighting fixtures, their fireplaces, toilets, sprinkler systems, screen doors, overhead garage doors, all that stuff, everything, really.
You know what's great about
Just
that?
make sure that it's in good working condition.
You know what's great about that is that if they do that prior to the buyer doing their home inspection, it also saves them time, money, and negotiating during the transaction.
Absolutely.
On any other real estate deal.
Yeah, it's one less item to have on that home inspection if they say fix the closet door handle or whatever, something little like that, and then it's on the inspection report.
And just take care of it.
Exactly. Right. So you want to make sure that everything's in working condition and start tackling that list. You want to go through and look at your light bulbs. I'm a big fan of the daylight colored light bulbs. It's just a pure clean color, and you want to change out all your bulbs, get rid of that soft white and yellowy bulb and put daylight colors in. For your kitchens and bathrooms, smaller improvements can dramatically increase the appeal of your kitchen or bath. If you have old or dated cabinets, I recommend professionally painting the cabinets. You should Google search or Pinterest before and after pics of painted cabinets, because you just
Change the feel.
Yeah, it's
And
amazing.
so when you look at,
Do you have any of those pictures on your website?
I do, yeah.
What's your website?
It's the website address is kind of weird. It's CarolineHomestaging.com.
Because there's a Carolines.
I don't know. There's something about the S. I don't know. Oh, because I don't know. But anyways.
Caroline
And
Homes.
it's on the Meets and Bounds website. There's a link on there too. We can talk about that
So if
later.
you go to Meets and Bounds, which is getorangevision.com,
Yeah.
go to getorangevision.com. You heard us talk about it earlier in the show. Getorangevision.com, and you go there. There is a link for staging, and you can find Caroline's website there, and you'll be able to see before and after
Yeah,
pictures.
exactly.
And
Yeah.
these are really, really great tips. I want to go back to the bathrooms for a second, because when people look at their bathroom and think, oh my gosh, I need to remodel and that's going to cost me X thousands
Right.
of dollars, it could be simply painting cabinets and
Yeah. Painting cabinets, changing out the fixtures if they're corroded, if they've got any rust or, that yucky, I guess, corrosion.
Yes.
I can't think of what it's called
Rust?
right now. Just the white stuff.
Right.
Yeah. From having hard water. Change those out. Some light fixtures can be taken down and just repainted, spray painted. Just make sure there's no, that they got a good primer on them. Although light fixtures are fairly inexpensive, faucets are fairly inexpensive and can be, those are
it
definitely
changes
work.
the whole look of the bathroom.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
away.
definitely. And then as far as like sinks and tubs go, that kind of thing, if they have chips in them, there's companies that come out and they can resurface them. If they're all scratched up or whatever, they can be resurfaced very inexpensively. So
That's great.
just look that up, Google that, tub repair.
That's
And,
great
and you can-
info.
Okay, hey, listen, real quick, we're going to take a little, not a break, but we're going to just talk about who we are. We're News Talk 1590 KVTA here in Ventura. We are on every Saturday at 11 o'clock, Rebel Realtors Radio with Mike, Heidi, and today our special guest, Caroline of Caroline's Home Staging, who we're talking about professional staging and how that translates into more money and how we treat our clients to that. It's part of the process, the Powerhouse process. We have Caroline come in and do an assessment, and staging is free when you list your home through us. So that's an asset that I think a lot of companies don't offer, but it's great that we're able to do that.
Definitely underused.
Yeah, and I wanted to talk too. We were talking about avocados. I want to jump off real quick and talk about avocados. We were talking about the home that people are commenting, is this place lived in or it looks staged? I mean, this is the 6438 West Green Tree in Somas, 93066. You can look that up on Zillow or Realtor.com. You can find it there, Realtor.com. I kept wanting to throw an A in it. You know why? Because one of our a mortgage lender that we talked to, he did a little seminar on why it's
How
not
to pronounce
how to pronounce it.
realtor.
It's not pronounced realtor with an A in it. It's pronounced realtor. Anyway, so you can go to Realtor.com and you can see it there. 6438 West Green Tree in Somas. It is a gentleman's farm, and your personal clarity, inspiration, and privacy can only come from a lifestyle at 900 feet above sea level, with views of valleys, mountains, cities, ocean, islands. You can see both islands, both Anacapa and Santa Cruz, from tip to tip, and the ocean going out to it from 900 feet. You know what that looks like? Big chunk of ocean. And you can see that all from your 2.82 acres avocado and citrus gentleman's farm. Check that out. You can go onto our site at getorangevision.com, getorangevision.com. You can check it out there. You can go into Zillow, Realtor.com. You can check it out there.
I just wanted to put that into perspective. That 900 feet above sea level,
Yeah.
Thousand Oaks is only 886
Wow.
feet above sea level. So putting that in
We're
perspective,
100. That house is 100 feet higher than Thousand Oaks.
it's higher than Thousand Oaks. And if you look at the grade and put it all into perspective,
Right.
that's pretty high.
Yeah, you can see the grade. You can see some of Camarillo. You can see all of the back hill behind Camarillo. You can see all the way going towards Ventura, all the islands, all of Oxnard, and the tower is teeny little bitty thing
I
off
wonder
in the
if there's
distance.
an oxygen level change up there.
Yeah, well, we'll give you an oxygen tank if you buy it, and maybe not. And then all the way around to the other side, headed towards the east, you can see Moore Park. You can see the Reagan Library. I mean, it's an insane view
Yes, it
with
is.
privacy, and the avocados are insane. 150
Amazing.
trees. Gentleman's farm. It doesn't cost you a lot of money to own up there at all. In fact, it's priced reasonably well. I mean, I keep getting calls. Why are you priced so low? Well, okay, write an offer. Let's go. Let's sell it. It's only been on the market a short time. It's not going to last long. And it's a great place. So you can give us a call. Find it on getorangevision.com. You can find it on Zillow or Realtor.com. And the reality is this is just an awesome place where you can have this tranquility, this peace, this privacy, this inspiration from this 900-foot view of avocados. And, you know, people talk about, as we've had this home, and they come in and they say to people, live here, is because you did such a great job, Caroline, with the staging on it.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's very
We
nice.
get compliments all the time on it, don't we, Heidi?
You know, yes, we do. And there's another home that we're closing tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah,
Tomorrow? Next Friday.
Next Friday. And we had an agent come in, and she said, who's your stager? This house looks like a model home.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. It's
We get it all the
beautiful.
time. We probably need to film that or something for you, because it'd be great to get a little testimony at these open houses from other professionals that see the true value of this. We've got a little bit of time left here, not much, but a few more minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And again, you're listening to News Talk 1590 KVTA every Saturday, 11 o'clock, Rebel Realtors Radio with Mike, Heidi, and Caroline. I probably said Realtors again.
You say it all the time, actually.
You know what's funny is I say 50% of the time. It's just unfortunate that you hear so many people mispronounce it that it just does. Realtor.
Yeah.
We're a realtors. And so anyway, that's what it is, Realtor. So we're here at Rebel Realtors Radio and Meets and Bounds Realty, which is another one people want to put an A in that too, Realty. It's Realty. Anyway, we're here every Saturday at 11 o'clock. Thanks for tuning in. We've been talking to Caroline of Caroline's Home Staging. You can go on to the Facebook Meets and Bounds Realty site, or you can go on to the Facebook page for Rebel Realtors Radio, and you can find out information about Caroline and how to get a hold of her today. And, you know, we wanted to talk about the process, the powerhouse process and the marketing plan. We've talked about agents that come with marketing plans or steps, 120 steps, 28 steps in a marketing plan, 128 steps to sell your home.
How many steps are there in a marketing plan?
Don't do that. There are not 28 steps. You can't even do it. I was talking to one of our mentors who's a top-notch marketer. He's like a professional marketer, and we were chatting about it. I was telling him, you know, there's an MBA back east who's in the Inman News section of how to what to do for pre-listing preparation. And she says, I send over my 28-step marketing plan. And I started busting out. I've got a couple degrees in marketing. And I was going, you can't have 28 steps. Now, this is an MBA. She's got her MBA, and she's a realtor back east, but she's telling people that there are 28 steps in a marketing plan. It's just not that complex, folks. And there are people around here, locally in Ventura County, other agents, we see their stuff, and I hate to pick on them, but, you know, I got to be honest. There aren't 120 things you need to do to sell a home. And moreover, you as a consumer, why do you care? Why would you really want to know all that? That's just got to kind of drive you crazy to see that stuff. So ours is a 9-step, 4-phase marketing plan.
True marketing plan
that handles all of that. And that's really all you need to have in it. You don't need to do any more than that. And, you know, the powerhouse process, it is a structured, and this is something that we create and produce, and we're going off the air in a minute, but I want to get it out. Why do you care? Okay, the powerhouse process is a structured, turnkey selling process focusing on the needs of both the buyer and the seller. It drives price for the seller while providing the buyer with tangible value. The powerhouse process brings the perfect buyer to the perfect home, yours, in a predefined time frame while eliminating the hassle, dread, and inconvenience of selling. This structured selling process achieves the highest possible price, all while justifying that price to the buyer. And the arguments for why, and why do you care? Why? Because it makes you more money. Why? Because it saves you money. Why? Because it eliminates the hassle, the dread, and the inconvenience of selling. Why? Because there's only one open house and no showings. Why? Because your fur babies are taken care of. You don't have to cage them or figure out what to do with them all the time. It's 4 hours that we, by the way, pay when we toss you out of the house. Meets and Bounds actually brings in a credit card and pays for you to go to the movies. It's called our meal in a movie when we list your home. So your fur babies are protected. You can plan. You'll know when your house is going to close. You can plan. You get help preparing to go to market. That's where Caroline's Home Staging comes in, and Caroline. There are no family destructions. It's predictable buyer behavior through the marketing and disclosures, and we get hundreds of informed buyers to see your home. Hundreds of informed buyers see your home. That's what a marketing plan should do, and it should be purposeful, built with specificity, and be able to address all of your concerns as a seller.
To achieve your end result of selling your home.
Yeah, to achieve the end result of selling your home in a timely manner, a predefined timely manner. And that's why our listing agreement's only 3 months long.
Yep.
They're only 3 months long. We have 3 months long listing agreements because we know we're going to perform in a certain amount of time. So anyway, and part of that is staging, and we're so happy to have you in our life, Caroline, and helping us as our home stager with Meets and Bounds Realty. Oh, by the way, what's for dinner tonight? And we're so happy about that. Are you cooking tonight? Or anyway.
Don't do it.
Yeah.
You can have some almonds.
I'll have some almonds. I'll borrow some almonds from Heidi. But
Another.
but it's great having you on the show.
Thanks.
You never come on.
Thanks for coming on.
Sure.
This is a lot
You
of
bet.
fun.
Yeah, you did a great job. And again, if anybody wants to get a hold of Caroline or ask her some questions about staging, just please reach out to her through the special portal that we're going to put up here on our website and on our Facebook pages at Meets and Bounds Realty and on Rebel Realtors Radio for you to be able to access. And you can send her questions electronically, digitally, through cyberspace, whatever you want to do, and you'll be able to get a response from her on some things. Anything else in closing? I think we have just about a minute. How much time do we have left, Spence? We're 43 seconds, so we're basically shutting down.
I would say the last thing with regards to your house and showing it, you never get a second chance to make a good first impression.
Woo!
Nice.
That's why we've been married for 32 years, because I made a first good impression. Hey, thanks everybody for listening to us. Have a safe and wonderful Saturday. We will see you next week.
Happy Saturday.